Sometimes I feel like because I change my mind so often, I'm a star, so I'm very fast with everything. You understand? But yeah, sometimes I change my mind a lot, and people project, or rather, they they feel like they gotta subject me to some kind of cruelty because of the fact that I'm not aligned with their reality. And in their reality, of course, if you change up, you switch up, there's, they have their own ground rules or whatever. So if I don't fit into that, they feel like they gotta project that onto me. And I'm sure that many other people have experienced that, which is why I've said it. I'm letting you know that I empathize and I love you because, I'm not saying none of this, there's no reason for any of this. There's so many reasons for this. There's so many reasons for this. And I'm grateful for every aspect of it. But and if we can add to this, it's key that we really start taking notice of the fact that we're not in the same place that we were in just a year ago. Like, if you look at the skies, again, people can call this ADHD, or they can call it whatever the fuck, but I'm literally conscious of my thoughts. I just go from one thought to another. Again, but I'm just giving some foresight so then people understand why I do this, or that I do this. Period. You don't need to know why I do this. That's none of your business. You will know if you're a person that's like me, and if you are, I would love to connect with you because there's so much I need to speak about and just connect with somebody about because, well, I don't need to do anything, honestly. I just would like to, honestly. I think it would be really cool to finally meet my star family in the flesh before we transition because, or we evaporate, we go off, bro. Because honestly, this world that we live in right now is here, I have some written down. Fear, tears are the libations for the soul. This is what Queen Afua said. She said to be empowered is to allow yourself to, self-talk and release deeply, as well as to experience the true energy exchange within. I wrote that as a rebuttal, or rather a comforting slash statement to that quote. So I added on to this, get some fresh, clean air and sun, question mark. Taking a walk and drink some water, healing tea, question mark. Reminded Remind yourself that your mind is divine and being put through the fires for purification and rebirth, question mark. Gotten grounded, question mark. Plant your feet or hands in the soil, excellent for the heart and for the soul. Read encouraging pieces of literatures / letters of love. You can write them, honestly. It's beautiful. Have you done something you love or have been loved lately / today? I send you the energy to go and be in love again. Have you pampered your body, your mind, and soul? Nourish yourself with 3711. So I believe this is 3 inhales. I'm not too sure how I broke that down, but 3711. If you understand, you understand. Deep breaths from the base of your spine to experience a profound relaxation that will heal and seal your temple against negative entities. I also realized recently that if you breathe through the center of your head, you focus on this breathing through the center of your head, it also helps with alleviating the discomforts that many may feel during the shift. So I guess that's the preparation tip. Taking those deep breaths and really allowing yourself to be in the moment. Allow yourself to really feel. Because, regardless of what is to happen or not to happen, it's really important in general, I believe. And this is coming from my ego, rather. That we take care of not only our bodies, but of our minds, of our souls, of, our intestines, of the things that are within, because things within come out. So, what we consume, what we experience leads to our, inevitable doom. And the doom is nothing to be afraid of. In fact, it's inevitable. So it's something to be revered as. It's the end of the process. In fact, death is like the end of the journey. It's the climax before you enter into the next realms and into the next higher elements of yourself. This is the testing grounds. And don't feel like you're failing because you're always passing, you're always succeeding in one way or another, especially if you're a person who feels like you're not doing enough. So I just want to remind you of that. I want to tell you right now that you're doing way, 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 way better than you ever imagined yourself to ever have been doing in general. With all of the things that have been, all the traps that have been set in place, all of the, the corruptions, the pollutions, the vibrations, the sonic lobotomy, all of the ways that they've tried to profoundly, mutate us into the most negative good, it hasn't worked. We're still here with beautiful hearts, minds, and bodies, able to maintain our loving hearts and brains, and even when we do experience the notifications of negativity, I like that. I love myself, bro. It's lit. The notifications of negativity, even though we experience them, right? We are able to, as people that are enlightened, as people that are awakened, as people that are honest, that are real and true, we're able to also move past that because we understand that we are all one. We are all true, all light, all love. So it's all just an expression of itself reflecting back onto us, and we're reflecting it back into the sphere that we see. What I'm really noticing as well is that the sun is switch. I should say that, but between every time I go in, what Prince would have said is blackout. But 333, I love y'all. Okay, so what I've been seeing when I look at the sun in the mornings is beauty, complete gosh, like bliss, 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 bliss. And I remember rather, I always remember when I look at the sun, how insignificant the things that I'm experiencing are, like truly on a micro and a macro level. What we are seeing, what we are experiencing, what we are witnessing right now is something that is not new. It's regenerative. It's what is needed in order to it's what's needed to occur in order for us to really elevate. We need to go through this. It's not a matter of if we have to. This is part of the evolution, you understand? So it's beautiful. It's beautiful because we're actually we're getting out of this, y'all. We doing the thing, y'all. We doing the thing, and we did it with ease the whole way through. We did exactly what we came to do. Of course, we are our own God, so we have high, high, high expectations. We parent ourselves. There's so many lies in this world, man. Really, really, really. And it's crazy because our caregivers, our guardians, are not meant to prevent us from living our truth. They're not meant to, if everything was in order is what I'm saying. In this world, everything has its own reason, but it's out of order. If we're gonna be real, it's out of order. So it's not in harmony for Shelley's. It's in chaos. But and I believe, I know in other worlds, in other realms, in other dimensions, when you are seated into a space, into a place like this one, a realm like this one, you're the people that take care of you are not supposed. I'm not gonna say anything actually about that. All I'm gonna say is this: we are here to evolve, not to stay stagnant, and not to feel like we are moving too fast or too slow, but just perfect. We are supposed to be in flow. We are in flow. We are in this moment. So as soon as we were, not even we were, but as soon as we experienced, as we were, in a sense, pushed, felt like we were forced into it, there was a force that pushed us, that moved us, an unorganic wind that kind of subtly slid through us and made us feel like we needed to do what we did in order to, live the life that we are currently living. And I empathize. I feel. I've cried my tears, and I've continued to cry them because I feel, and tears are libations for the soul. So it's nothing. Those emotions must flow like the ocean. They must flow because everything about us is in flow. And when we honor those things, when we honor who we are at the core, at the root, at the crown, like we really see that life is way more magnificent than what we have been told that it is to be. And the lies are just so deep. They're just so deep. People's minds have been literally fractured and scattered, mine's included, where it feels like, before, I came into this world for sure with this mentality where I had a lot of popping ideas and thoughts and just full of excitement and this energy that was just warm and vibrant within me. And as I started to go into school, started going into the people would call it the prison complex, the what is it? The school, the prison pipeline, because that's, I'm looking back to it. I'm just like, yo, true. A lot of crazy shit, but oh my gosh, there's so much to unpack in this. But as a kid, I would see, you know, being in these schools, a lot of the kids, they were so they were acquiescing, allowing for the situations that they were in, even though I saw in their eyes that they were star children just like me, and it was hard because we never spoke. We never really had conversations. I'm serious. Like throughout my whole life, I'm not going to ever say never, but I don't recall a lot of, if any, real, true, deep, genuine, intimate interactions with people that have been fully honest and bare in their truth. But that's also because I haven't been fully honest and bare in my truth. In fact, there was one person where I felt like I was able to connect on this level, but he ended up corrupting his own self. In fact, I believe he got polluted. He was over polluted with the foods, with the people, with you know there's so many things in this world right now that could literally, people say it's all in your head, which is probably, definitely, there's truth to this for sure. Everything's in your head, but if you believe, and if there's a collective understanding that something may not or may be good or bad for you, may cause harm to you, harm to this physical body on this physical plane. I would actually want to know more because I'm curious. That's an open question. If anyone knows more about this, like, what do you believe? How do you feel? Or what do you know, rather, about fluoride water, about GMO foods or foods that are just manufactured and are just not natural? What do you know about them and the long-term effects long-term effects on the body in general? I would love to know because, this individual that I called a best friend, that I called a close companion, ended up going into his own corners, going into his own worlds, and disappearing. So he's out here. He's out here in this plane, but definitely flying in a different direction that wasn't necessarily what I was expecting. But at the same time, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Life is what it is. But I say this all to say, and for you as an individual, as an individual, as one, to just understand who I am and where I'm coming from, on at least from this experience. You understand? So, I'm a bearer of light. I am light. I am God. I am source. I am part of source. I'm a fraction. I'm an atom of source. I am a garden. I am a tree. I am an ocean. I'm free. I'm everything and then some. You understand? But I'm also nothing. I am no thing at the same time. And that is you as well. So it's it's just it's beautiful to be able to finally say this out loud because for a long time I was always talking to myself. Like if you've watched what is it called? Jordan Peele's last movie, Us. Um, if you watch Us and you see the untethered souls, it took me a moment to really understand. Actually, I knew immediately. My subconscious knew immediately, but my conscious mind was so disgusted by the imagery that it blocked it out. Like it did not want me to really allow it to sink in. And of course, I'm a thinker. I don't care about if it hurts my feelings. Like if it's true and it resonates with me on one level or another, I'm gonna dive deep and look into it and really just figure out intuitively what that truth and what that reality, what it means to me at least, and what it means for my evolution and my growth as a being. So seeing that, seeing what it was all about, and seeing that you know, the untethered souls are really us, us, literally us. It's it was a bit ground shaking because I understood, I remembered why I came here. And then I realized the real lies that lived in front of my eyes and how much I had just bought into. I believed it, and how much it turned real, and now I'm starting to see that everything's a hologram. Literally everything's buzzing around me and shit. Like, you see how your phone, when you put your phone in a low light setting, and you don't, let's say you have like okay, this is a better analogy. A picture, if anyone has ever had an iPhone 3 or like a young iPhone, or just any kind of young phone in general, or an Android back in the days, and you put the phone in a dark light, even this phone right here is kind of doing it, but you see all those little patches, all those pixels. That's what the real reality looks like to me. It looks like a projection. It looks like, not every aspect of it, but there's corners, there's bits and pieces that look faded, that it just, it's telling me everything I need to know. That we're living in a light hologram. We're living in, we are way more than these physical beings. And I always knew that. I knew that. But to be able to see the proof in the pudding, like physically with my eyes, my two eyes, finally, for a long time, everything felt so, goodness gracious, solidified. And that's because the fear, the fear set in. And the fears of life in general set in because things did not feel right. And that solidifies energy, it solidifies, densifies, constricts the body. So, that is what makes us heavy. That is what makes us dense. It is the fear. It is the sadness. It's the anxiety. It's the depression. It's the mental illnesses that we one label on ourselves and also experience on a day-to-day basis that we forget are just symptoms of a true disease that our whole collective is experiencing. So I say all this just to remind you that you are not alone if you are a person experiencing full awakened mental understanding, full understanding of yourself, of your light, of your love. You know, um, going through, going into myself, I've really seen a lot. I've seen a lot, and I was afraid this time last year to really share a lot, which is why I don't have a lot of videos of me spiritually speaking. But I am a poet, so I've always been spiritual. I've always been spiritual. I'm a singer, so I've always been spiritual. And I just want to let you know, I want to let everyone know here that regardless of what happens on this plane, on this realm, we are lights, we are love, we are truth, we are reality. We are creators. So whatever happens, just know we are powerful. And nothing, and I mean nothing, can take that away from us. So light is light is light, and love is love. You are who you are. So be who you are today, tomorrow, and forever. I love you in every moment. Not even just today and tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm learning to release those words, the words that I learned in the Matrix. Um, so you can, send love towards me, because I'm just learning. I'm not even learning, but I'm just going with the flow, and I'm allowing myself to be who I came here to be. Can't come through and speak, real love, real life. It's true and it's necessary. I honestly believe I was one of the people that a lot of folks were waiting on to speak, but I was very scared, very nervous because, and I still am. I'm not scared. I'm not necessarily nervous, but I am very wary of the evil that is on this earth, on this plane already. You understand? There's a lot of just debauchery, like just like throw the fuck up type energy on this earth. And I send it love. I send it all 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 love. You understand? I send it all love. I've been through the fires, y'all. Y'all, oh my goodness. Y'all understand because you've been through it as well. I've been through the fires. I've been cut up. I've been beaten. I've died. I'm not joking, y'all. So I don't fear death. I don't fear the pain. I don't fear anything because pain to me is pleasure if you choose to see it in that way, honestly. Pain doesn't even need to be pain. Pain is just a signal to your body letting you know that some shit is happening. Something is happening. Sorry that I'm cussing. Sometimes when I get a little bit passionate, the passion turns to anger because I realize, I'm here because I'm here to allow myself to be myself, but also I feel like there's so many blockages and I get a little bit irritated. But at the same time, I'm not irritated at myself. I'm not irritated at you. I'm a little bit irritated at some parts of the circumstance. And by me sending love, by me reminding myself that everything is love, I return back into my calm space, my real space, my true space, which is a divine lover, a healer, but also just a person. Like, yo, I am I'm love. I'm laughter. I am kisses. I'm hugs. I'm dance. I'm touch. I'm feel. I'm experience. I'm happy. I'm also sad. I'm also depressed. I'm also anxious at times. And I put these labels on myself, not to hold myself. I'm always flowing through things. But I do want to, again, just nail in the coffin that we have all been affected by an inorganic force, by something that we can't see with these two eyes. I believe we will begin to see it soon. And it might fuck with people's minds for real. I mean, it's already kind of messed with my mind. I mean, I see little glitches here and there, little pop outs of like, ghosts or demons or whatever. But this is a huge tip I'm going to share right now. You let that Duke know, let them know, yo, you can't mess with me. You understand? Don't get afraid. Don't be afraid. Be light, be love. Remember yourself. Always. You are light and you are divine. No matter what anyone or anything says to you. You understand? I love you. So I've been experiencing it just like you. Truly. I really have. So it's we only so far in it, baby. We about to get through it, all right? We will. We are. We already have. All right. Peace, beloved ones, from me, beloved sons. Sons, 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 sons.